Hello boys and girls, my name is White Rhino PSO, and once again we are playing the Shrouded Isle. And last video, I believe it was, yes, I had brought along Ladislaus Efferson with the notion of sacrificing him in order to gain some fervor and stay alive, because fervor was really low. But then I realized that the, where am I? House Efferson liked me very little. And so sacrificing him would have tanked that. So instead we sacrificed from House BLACKBORN. Now I get no inquiries from this family, which is not good. But they've only... Nikolai and Milos only have minor virtues, so I don't think they can have a major vice. Right now, penitence, I believe, is the highest stat we've got above the line. So, I think I'm going with Milos this time to try and squeeze out some more obedience, make them happier, and then only cost us a bit of penitence. Next up, let's go with House Cagney. I have an inquiry with them. They have the pervert. How much do they like us? Positive 15. I wouldn't want to use them, so that would bring us to a 0, but would only cost us 30 approval by sacrificing somebody who has a known vice. Meanwhile, well, there's only one person in this family to put an inquiry on. Nadej is complacent, so she would have a small drop to fervor, but gain us obedience. I think I am going to use Prebin for 1 month because I want to boost the Kegneys. It's going to cost us some discipline, but it's going to gain us some obedience. So using him for 1 month is not going to be that bad of an issue, especially if I use them with somebody else, which will cut some of the perversion, some of the vice loss. The Yosefkas, who are at a straight neutral. Kleptomaniac, uneducated. It's actually tempting to use Nadia as my sacrifice, because that would give us obedience at the cost of some ignorance. In fact, I think that's what I'm going to do. So Andre is known to be, rumored to be disciplined, but it's Nadia's time on the chopping block, which that means I'm instead going to grab... I'm going to go with Nadej, because then I can get a little bit more obedience at the cost of some fervor, but only a little bit of fervor. Because I'm still worried that finishing the ignorance issue is going to put that requirement onto some, like, obedience or fervor where it's already pretty low normally. The CADWELLs like me -20, which means I should be using them at some point during this month. Ooh, they are rebellious. Damn. They are disobedient, but they are disciplined. Accusatory. Full of fervor, but rebellious. Jesus. Who was the other? You? Kleptomaniac 30. Nadia, I think, is still going to be the sacrifice. But Cadwell has the rebellious one. It would cost me some fervor, but I'd get a bunch of obedience, but I can't use her. Cadwell's already at a -20. Not using her would put me at a -35, and then killing her would put me at a -65, I believe. So instead, I either have to go with Vassin, who is rumored but to an unknown degree of disciplined and disobedient, or go with Pyotr, who no idea what his vice could be, but he is known to have penitence. I think I'm going with Vassin, because penitence is... Well, actually, wasn't there somebody that I was going to use that was bad with... No, open it. Ah, here we go. Milos is unrepentant. So Milos and Pyotr can cancel each other out. And hopefully, whatever his vice turns out to be will not be something against fervor or obedience, but I can cut down some of his negative aspect by using him with another person. Vicar Efferson, they are also straight neutral with me. They, just but lazy. Practical, penitent, ignorant. I'm gonna go with Hannah, who is disobedient. I'm going to go with Miko, because I can get some obedience out of him at the cost of some ignorance. So those appear to be our 5 advisors, and so it's time. Alright, so what was I saying I wanted to begin with? Milos would give us a lot of obedience. Yeah, that was something I wanted to do, was Pyotr and Milos together. Because I'll gain some penitence and lose an unknown thing and gain some discipline. With Milos, I'd gain some obedience, gain some more because he's elegant, and lose some penitence as well. And that would put both of those family to neutral. Alright, Pyotr found a secret distillery and destroyed it, preventing future distractions. Bonus to discipline. Pyotr points out a few extra sinners that need punishment, because he's accusatory. Accusatory. That might be how that's supposed to be said. Pyotr's behavior had an unknown impact on the community. I'm not... Ow. Ignorance is down. I'm going to say that Pyotr's bad at ignorance. Milos interrogated the townspeople. It seems a few parents conspired to hide children from the ritual, so we gain obedience. He makes it seem fashionable to be organized, so we gain more obedience. And he was discovered to be a weasel, so he somehow doesn't find time to go to confession. We lost some penitence, but we had a lot of penitence to go around, so that's okay. So, everybody is back within the neutral zone. And not the space one. Dark Materials. Miko arrives on behalf of House Efferson, asking for additional funding for repairing their whips. There are many penitent that need punishment, but where should the money come from? The CADWELL budget will make... budget for gold ink, which will make CADWELL not like me. The Kegney budget for cabbage, which will make Cagney not like me. Or Kegney not like me. Or House Efferson must fund their own repairs, which means penitence goes down. Kegney's +10. Cadwell's -10. And Efferson is at -5. But their penitence is at 57. Kegney will start liking me a bit more later, even if I don't use her for advisory work when I kill somebody else from a different family. Their opinion will go up a little bit, so the cabbage budget will have to suffer. Kegney predicts hunger in the coming seasons, blaming Efferson's greed. Miko Efferson thanks you profusely. So we gain penitence, lose Kegney approval, and gain Efferson approval, which is also good. So everyone stays neutral, which is pretty good. Alright. It was the kleptomaniac that I needed to... Yeah. Yosefka needs... Oh, shit. Yosefka needs higher approval. But in order to safely... No, I could do that. Yeah. So, I'm going to gain some ignorance for using Nadia, but lose a bunch of obedience and gain some fervor. That gained ignorance will help for when I sacrifice Nadia, because I'm going to lose some ignorance because she's known to be uneducated. And then BLACKBORN is mostly there to help keep the obedience above the line, given that she's got kleptomania. But I do want to improve their family's opinion of me before I kill them. Ah, shit. Nadia and the Labours shaped statues from stone and clay, but a strong wind soon destroyed their efforts. Negative to fervor. Nadia finds a few extra books to add to the bonfire, so we gain some ignorance. Nadia surreptitiously donates a small hoard of stolen treasure to the church. We've lost some obedience. Milos interrogated townspeople. It seems a few parents conspired to hide children from the ritual. So we gained obedience there, as well as from when Milo makes it seem fashionable to be organized. We did lose some penitence, which is okay, because I believe we gained some during that event. He somehow doesn't find time to go to confession. So, that's weird. It was shown as green before. So, sadly, Yosefka is only at a positive 5. And Yosefka is the people I needed to make happy because I'm going to kill one of their people. Milos, definitely. But then also Miko. His minus is against ignorance, I believe. I'm going to lose a little bit of fervor, but gain obedience and opinion. Yeah, I'm going to go with these three. Nadej discovered a cache of old world books. They burned merrily in the town square. Chernobog's will guides her. +6 ignorance. She's discovered to be unquestioning. That's a +15 virtue. That's a major virtue. She sticks to your side except when sent out to fulfill your orders. So she helps out obedience a lot. I definitely want to keep around. She suggests that maybe we've done enough and Chernobog is happy now. So we lost a little bit of fervor because of her complacency. Miko granted forgiveness to sinners without punishment, causing confusion and dismay. We lost a tiny bit of penitence. Miko is discovered to be lawful, so he brings in a few extra criminals for questioning, gained a bit of obedience there. And Miko is seen distributing educational pamphlets on the sciences and arts, so we lost a little bit of ignorance, but not nearly enough to make you worry. Ah, shit. Milos chased... Who is that one? Milos chased rumors and whispers, but found no evidence of infidels. So we lost as much obedience from that as we gained from him making it fashionable to be organized. So that's a wash, but that's okay. And he doesn't find time to go to confession, so we lost a bit of penitence, but we had a lot of that to go around. But Yosefka's at a 0 now. Everybody's still neutral, but Yosefka is going to tank when I kill one of their people. The gathering convenes. Who shall be the sacrifice this season? It's gotta be Nadia. The villagers will be disturbed by Nadia's death and lose ignorance, but that's okay, because we've got enough. The villagers will be inspired to greater obedience through the purging of the sinner, so we'll gain a bunch of obedience. And House Yosefka will grudgingly accept, so they'll only lose, I believe, 30, which will still keep them within the happy zone. Through sacrifice thy will be done. We sacrificed the life of Nadia in the name of Chernobog and the good of our people. Our condolences to House Yosefka. House Yosefka solemnly mourns Nadia. They only lose 30 approval, and everybody else likes us 5 points more. So, yeah. The villagers praise Chernobog for ridding their community of a blighted soul. So we gain obedience, but lose ignorance. And thus ends another season. And that brings us... There's only 2 more seasons, I believe, till the end of the game. It says 1 year remaining, but I think that just means to finish out the end of this coming winter. So, I will see you next time. And as always, thank you for watching. Oh, I said that backwards. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.